Recently, I made a reaction to the Australian YouTuber Tanner and her video where she answered questions from Americans about Australia. It was a really enjoyable video, she's very funny. So I seen on her channel she had another one that's called Australian Tries to Explain Aussie Slang. So yeah, I want to check out her teaching about Aussie slang. I made a reaction to a video where a couple of guys were explaining Aussie slang last week, but a lot of people told me in the comments a lot of those words they don't actually use, so I want to check out another one and hopefully this is a bit better. So yeah, let's check this one out. Straight in, man, with the Vegemite being eaten straight from the jar with a spoon.
G'day mate, how are ya? How the bloody hell are ya? G'day. 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 I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm Australian. And I know that sometimes I swear too much and I talk really quickly. And sometimes I use slang that you guys are probably just like, what the fuck is this bitch saying? So I thought today I'd make a video about, Aussie slang, Aussie phrases, Aussie words. I thought I'd explain to you guys what they mean and to give you some sort of insight into the way that Australians think, the way that Australians talk. We abbreviate words for no reason. We add in words for no reason. And then we talk really quickly and add it all together so it seems like you can't even understand what we're saying, mate. Yeah. Hopefully this video is educational for you foreigners, and for you Aussies, I hope you can enjoy it. Mate, you know, a common word that we use in Australia, sometimes too much, actually no, all the time too much. Mate means your friend, your pal, your buddy, whatever you want to call it. But we say it in a way that it's just like, we add it to the end of sentences that don't need to be there. It's like, how are you, mate? Why are you here, mate? What are you doing, mate? Where are we going, mate? What's the go, mate? Seriously, it's overused like there's no tomorrow, but that's the Australian heritage and I fucking love it, mate. Bottle.
Tell me if you use mate as much as that. I use mate all the time. I really need to try and stop myself saying it. So it is very common in the UK as well. We do say that a lot, especially in Scotland. But I know it's probably more used in Australia. Tell me how often you use that. And bottle as well. This is one I want to learn more about.
Bottle. One of Australians' favourite place, the Bottle-O. Bottle-O. The Bottle-O is the liquor store, the bottle shop, whatever you want to call it, but we call it the Bottle-O for no apparent reason. I don't know why we add the O on the end. Oh, can you stop at the Bottle-O, Sabo, and get me a goon bag, please? If you're going to the Bottle-O, can you get me a 10-pack of ciders? Thanks. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Bloody. Yeah, you're bloody right, mate. Bloody is a word that we use fucking way too often. Bloody can be used in many different ways. In anger, in sarcasm, in encouragement. You can add it into the middle of words for no reason, like fan, bloody-tastic, schnozzer. Schnozzer. You want to know what a schnozzer is? Mate, you're looking right at it. That's a bloody schnozzer. This is a schnozzer. Your nose is a schnozzer. Why? I love Australians. Australia. What do you reckon Australia means? Australia is the term for Australia. But we just say it because we have to shorten everything. So we say, welcome to Australia, mate. Yeah, mate. You want to come to Australia? Yeah, come to Australia. Australia's mad. Australia. I am from Australia. Australia. When you say words like Australia, you realise how bogan you are. So Australian. Maccas.
Tell me more about bogans as well, like that culture or what it is. I see it mentioned a lot in different videos. I don't know if it's similar to like the British chav or if it's very uniquely Australian. Tell me also about her like accent. Is it from a specific region in Australia? Is she putting on like an over-the-top Australian accent, or does she just talk like that all the time?
Now, if you can't guess what Macca's is, you've got a bloody problem, mate. No, this is what this video is for, to explain what it means. Macca's means McDonald's. You know, where you get the cheeseburgers and the, you know, chips and stuff like that. And that's where we go, because it's open 24/7, to go get a mean feed after a night on the piss. Cracking open a cold one. Cold one referring to a cold alcoholic beverage. Actually, no, wait, hold on. I've got a cold one. I'll show you. So this is a cold one. This is cracking open a cold one. See what I just did there? Cracked open a cold one. Shoey. Now, if this isn't the first video of mine that you've watched, you would know what a fucking shoey is. And if you don't, I'm about to explain it to you by demonstrating. Shoe, cold one. Put the alcohol in the shoe. Here's to Tana, she's true blue. She's a piss pot through and through. She's a bastard, so they say. She went to go to heaven, but she went the other way. She went down, down. What do we think of Tana? She's alright. She's alright. So if you didn't understand,
I don't even know what to think about that. Tell me if you ever did a shoey. That looks disgusting.
What a shoey was after watching that. Shoey is pouring an alcoholic beverage, in my case cider, into a shoe and drinking it.
I mean, like, after seeing her previous video where you hang the bag of like wine to clothesline and spin it around, drinking out a shoe. Australians definitely have some very inventive ways to drink alcohol.
I feel like
man.
it's one of the most Australian things that you can do. Scull it. Now, I know that this is probably a worldwide term, but as Australians, we are full of peer pressure and we're always going, oi mate, scull it, quick, scull it, come on, scull it. We are always just like trying to hound our friends to drink. Another demonstration of sculling. Mind you, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Pisshead. Yep, pisshead. What is the first thing you think of when you think of pisshead? When I think of pisshead, I think of myself.
That's what I was going to say. Someone who's drinking cider out of a shoe at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. is probably a pisshead.
In my opinion, pisshead means a menace on the piss. And on the piss means while you're drinking. You're under the influence of alcohol. So I'm getting on the piss tonight. I am. I frequently get on the piss and I act like a dickhead when I do it. Smoko. Smoko. I mean, I don't have a smoko, but a smoko is for usually tradies. It's more like morning tea, afternoon tea, lunch, whatever. But yeah, smoko is taking a bloody break, mate. Oh, this is one of my favourite terms as an Australian. My second eldest brother, Callan, says this like a fucking champion. Hey, yeah. And it depends on how you say it. It does mean how are you going, if you want to put it in the English terms. But we spell it how you going because you go, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Sounds funny when you say it too many times in a row. So how are you going? Hey, yeah. Now this is a word that I've been called my entire fucking life by my 3 older brothers. Bludger, which means somebody who does nothing. Dodgy. When something's dodgy, it ain't right, or it's broken, or it's not 100% or whatever. So if something's dodge or dodgy, you're bloody pissed off about it. Brekkie, aka breakfast. That one was hard, wasn't it? Love a good brekkie when I'm hungover as shit. We have 2 terms for the word cigarette. We've got ciggy and dart. Mate, you want to go have a ciggy? We'll go puff a dart. You want to go have a dart? Mate, we'll go have a ciggy with a fucking long net down the bloody glove, mate. You want to have a ciggy? We'll have a ciggy. Ciggy. Buggered. Now, I think the old meaning for this word is a little bit different to the way that we say it. When I say buggered, I go, oh mate, I'm bloody buggered, which means I'm tired, I'm over it, I want to go home. Having a blue, which means you're having a bit of a biff. And having a blue and a biff means you're having a bit of a fight. You're fighting, you're angry, having a bit of a, miscommunication, a bit of an argument, heated conversation. A biff can be a punch on, I'm not gonna lie to you. It can be. It really can be. Bloke, it's male. Sheila, female. Love this phrase. She's a beaut.
She's a beaut. Do people actually say Sheila anymore? Is that like a older generation thing? Does anybody say that?
Now, when we say she's a beaut, we're not referring to a female or something that's a woman. We are meaning she's a beaut, meaning whatever we're talking about is a beaut. So if the weather's good outside, I go, you see the weather today? She's a beaut. She is a beaut. Servo. Servo meaning service station. Servo down the road from me sells Krispy Kreme donuts and it's fucking beaut. She's a beaut. Dunny. Not a commonly used word these days because, everyone's kind of be proper and whatnot. Dunny means toilet. It's where you do your number 1 or your number 2. But the dunny is the toilet that you sit your butt on. Blind. Now, when I say blind, I'm not meaning people who can't see in the medical term. That's completely different. Blind usually means a high level of intoxication. So I, on the usual occasion, get quite blind, which I think they use it in the sense of because you're that drunk you can't see, which is a very, very regular reoccurrence for me, but don't tell mum and dad, I'm so sorry. Oh, did you see Tanner last night? She was fucking blind. Spewing. Spewing can be used in 2 ways. Spewing, meaning literal throwing up. So like, oh wow, Tanner had a big one last night, she was spewing. That has happened before, I'm not gonna lie. That's really upsetting. I'm upset about that. It's like, oh mate, I was spewing about that. That sucks. The ciders went up in price. You'd be spewing. Barbie. Now, this is a very tourist word of Australia. Usually people say, we're going to put a shrimp on the Barbie. Now, I'm going to get this straight for you. We do not put shrimp on Barbies. For this reason, we eat prawns, not shrimp. I mean, I'm sure that there is some Aussies out there who eat shrimp on a Barbie. No, just no. Yeah, Barbie barbecue. Esky. Esky is this big container that's filled with ice where we put our alcoholic beverages, sometimes non-alcoholic beverages for the pussies out there, or the underage people. No judgment. No.
I mean, I'm surprised how much Aussie slang is related to alcohol, drinking and getting drunk. It's actually quite impressive, man. So
yeah, we have an esky where we sometimes we've got eskies on wheels that we take with us wherever we go, that we put our alcoholic beverages in and to keep them cold. Thong. Now you might get confused with the thing that you put on your butt. This is an Australian thong. So this goes on your foot, not your butt. Your foot, you hear me? Not your butt. Flip-flop, I think you call it. Sanger. Now, sanger means sandwich. The most loved sanger in Australia is the Bunnings Warehouse sausage sanger on the weekend. Sanger, sandwich. Sanger, sandwich. Sanger, sandwich. Perler. Now this is similar to the she's a beaut term. So perler is like something that's great. So it's like, you see the weather outside? She's a perler. Whoop whoop. Now if you hear an Australian say whoop whoop, it usually means either in the middle of nowhere or somewhere very far away. When you can't be bothered explaining where the fuck you're going, or you go, oh, I'm just going to whoop whoop. So they assume you're going to live in the bush or you're going to drive at least 4 hours or so. So yeah, I'm going to whoop whoop. Whoop.
Yeah, tell me about...
Whoop whoop whoop.
Tell me if you've used it. That's one some of these actually I've never heard of before. A lot of them I'm happy to say I've heard of, but like whoop whoop, I have never heard that. Have you ever used it?
Oh, good on you, mate. Good on
ya.
ya. Good on you. But in a sarcastic tone, meaning you fucked up. Piss farting around. Now this is my favourite Australian term. I'm not gonna lie to you. Piss farting around is such, I just can't even describe how much I love this term. Piss farting around means you're usually doing nothing or you're procrastinating something. So I usually piss fart around the house all day when I'm meant to be filming or I'm meant to be doing something or I'm meant to be editing or I'm meant to be going somewhere. But I'm usually piss farting around, which means I'm doing nothing. Tenor, you're meant to be doing this all day. Why are you piss farting around? I just fucking love that term. I find it so good. So
nice
yeah, don't piss fart around,
like
mate. Get shit done. Don't piss fart around. Arvo and Savo, kind of the same thing, both meaning afternoon. Mate, you want to go to the pub this Arvo? You want to go to the pub this Arvo? Yeah? Yeah. Yui. You're probably wondering what a Yui is, and a Yui is a U-turn. So when you're turning in a car or a truck, you're chucking a Yui, mate. Okay, so this is me in a beer costume. Okay, I'm gonna do the most Australian thing you can think of. Voila! This is a tin containing Vegemite.
That is a big... Is that a real
So don't forget to
jar
like,
of
subscribe,
Vegemite?
tell your friends, tell their friends' family, tell their friends' family. Give this video a thumbs up. Here's to Australia.
Instant
That was
regret.
disgusting on so many levels. No, actually I like Vegemite, so it's fine. Nothing like washing down the Vegemite in a kangaroo outfit with a beer, skull and a drink. Subscribe to watch more of this shit happen.
Yeah, man, go subscribe to our channel. I'll leave the link in the description. That is good stuff, man. Definitely learned a lot there. Tell me what your favourite Aussie slang to use is. What's your favourite from this video? Tell me if there's any you didn't know if you're from Australia from this video, or if there's any that are only used in certain cities or states or anything like that. But go subscribe to our channel. Thanks.